How you doing? I'm Darren with Kickin Barbecue. If this is your first time to the channel, then welcome. If you've been here before, then welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about brisket point. Now I need to cook a brisket point for a couple videos I have coming up, so I wanted to film how I'm going to do this. I'm going to be doing this overnight on the pellet grill, and this is a Snake River Farms black brisket point. It's a leftover point that I had from the competition season last year because I only turn in slices, I don't turn in burnt ends. So this is a Snake River Farms Wagyu black brisket point, and that's all I ever cook is the blacks. I don't cook the golds. Reason being is they're a little bit cheaper and I've had good success with them, so if it's not broke, why fix it? And even last year at the American Royal, I was able to place 7th out of like 500 and some teams in the open at the American Royal last year cooking Snake River Farms black. So we're gonna get this seasoned up. We're gonna let it sit in the fridge until late tonight. We'll get it on, we'll let it cook overnight, low and slow, and we're gonna have some awesome recipes coming up utilizing this point. So let's bring in and show you how we're gonna prep this up. All right, so now the first thing you're gonna see with this is just beautiful marbling through and through, and that's the quality from Snake River Farms. I mean, every brisket I've had from them has been awesome, you know, so just beautiful marbling, and this is gonna be fantastic. So we're gonna start on the fat cap side. First thing we're gonna do, come in with a little bit of extra black pepper. I like to do this on briskets, just a light coat, even coat. And then we're gonna come in with the Tailgater's Barbecue Party Rub. This is my go-to brisket seasoning. If you haven't tried it, you gotta try it. I'll have a link down below. So go fairly heavy with it. It's a bigger chunk of meat. We'll get that all patted in. We'll flip it over. We'll repeat the process on the meat side. A little bit of extra black pepper. And then the party rub. All right, so that is all the prep we're gonna do on this. I'm gonna get it in the refrigerator. I'm just gonna let it sit in there for quite a few hours. I'll bring you back when we're getting this on, probably 10, 11 o'clock at night. Low and slow, we'll finish it off in the morning. So I will see you when it's time to get this on the cooker. All right, guys, so it is shortly after 10 p.m. Just got it on, we're rocking at 200 degrees. We're gonna let this go overnight, and I'll let you know what time we get up and check it in the morning and where it's at. So looking good. We will see you in the morning. All right, guys, so it is 8:20 the next morning. You can see this brisket point is looking good. Got nice fat rendering right there. Nice bark set up. I just took a temp and it's at about 150. I'm gonna turn this up to like 250, give it another hour or two. I really don't wanna wrap until she's at about like 170-ish. So, I mean, it looks good. Probably could wrap it right now, but you can see some pooling right here. It's starting to hit that stall, so kind of just want to let this thing roll, keep getting some nice smoke on it, and I'll bring you back when it's time to wrap and let you know how long it's been. All right, guys, so it has been another hour. You can see that this is looking absolutely fantastic. Our bark is set up nicely. It's juicing. I just temped it. It's at about 170, 175. So I'm going to get this into a pan right here. And all that's in that pan is just 2 cans of beef consomme, Campbell's beef consomme. I just like the flavor that it brings in there as it steams up in there and gets tender, and then you can strain it and have a nice au jus with it. So I'm gonna get this covered, get it back in, bump the temp up to 300, and we're gonna get this finished off, come out and check in about an hour and see where it's at. All right, we'll get that back on the top rack, bump the cooker up to 300 degrees. We'll come check it in an hour. See you then. All right, guys, so it has been another hour. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna check this for doneness and see how it's going. So if we go in and we look, we are sitting at about 203, 204, 205, 6 degrees. Now, according to the internet, a lot of people say you gotta take it to 203 degrees. That's not true. You cook this brisket until it's tender, and I'm gonna kind of show you how this works here. When I go in with the probe and see how it's kind of grabbing still at the probe, that brisket is not tender yet. You can see right there where the probe is, that brisket is coming up. It's just the slightest little grab. This is not tender yet. So even though it's 205 degrees, we still have a little ways to go. So I'm gonna put this back on, covered up, let it go for another 30 minutes and come out and check it. And what I'm looking for is, you probably see down here actually, this one is not grabbing. So this part's tender, but this part is not. So we're just gonna keep cooking it because we want everything tender. So a little trick for you to know when these briskets are done, this is still applicable to the flat meat and the point meat, but yeah, so you want to cook this thing until it's tender. I can't stress that enough. And look at the juices coming out of there. I mean, that's a nice Snake River Farms Wagyu brisket point. So I'm gonna get this covered up, get it back on, and I'm just gonna continue to check it every 30 minutes until it's done. And I'll let you know how much longer it takes when it's time to pull this thing off. All right, so it has been another 30 minutes. We'll go ahead and check the temp here. 205, 206, 207. But most importantly, you can see, I mean, this probe taps the bottom. Absolute butter on this. I mean, that is a tender piece of brisket right there. So what are we gonna do now? We're gonna get this inside. I'm gonna let it sit on the counter just like this for 15 minutes. That's gonna reset this bark that's kind of gotten steamed and soft from inside the pan. Letting it sit uncovered for 15 minutes exactly. We'll tighten this all back up. You'll have a nice bark. And then we're gonna cover it up and we're gonna let it rest for probably about an hour or so. We'll slice into it, we'll taste it, and then we'll wrap the video up. So we'll see you guys in about an hour and 15 minutes, give or take. All right, guys, so here is our brisket point. You can see it's a lot smaller than what we started with, but that is okay. We got some beautiful bark on there. It's gonna be fantastic. So let's just slice into it and see how it looks. Right here, get some nice burnt ends right there. Look at that, nice and juicy, beautiful fat content in there. That fat is rendered down nice. It's nice and soft and pillowy. So we can go ahead and cut a fantastic burnt end morsel there. Love that barkiness to it, looks awesome. I'm just gonna go ahead and get some slices out of here. Again, beautiful, nice and juicy. Love that. Looks great, beautiful bark. I'm gonna go ahead and slice the rest of this up. Nice and juicy, burnt end, tender. I mean, that is a nice looking piece of brisket right there. Beautiful bark, not coming off. That's what happens when you reset it for 15 minutes. This piece is calling my name. That's fantastic. We're gonna jump out. We're gonna do the official taste test here, but yeah, super excited about this. Just, I mean, look at that. Beautiful. This is going to be awesome in the next few videos I have coming up. I'm going to chop this up, do some chopped brisket videos, some appetizer style videos, but yeah, nice and juicy. So play out, we'll do a little taste test and we'll end this video. All right, so we're going to go ahead and do the official test, even though I've already tried it and it's fantastic, whatever. So beautiful burnt end right here, nice and moist. Gonna take a little bit of that fat off, and I didn't trim the fat off of this point because I was going so low and slow. I mean, yeah, this is a very tender burnt end. So cheers. It just melts in your mouth. You barely got to chew it. It's a perfect burnt end. Love the bark on there. Tailgater's barbecue party rub coming in clutch as always. My favorite seasoning for brisket. All right, now we're gonna try a little bit of a slice. Take a little bit of this fat off because I don't need it all on this. Beautiful, nice and moist, super tender. Absolutely fantastic. I mean, like I said, this is just perfect. I love the bark on there. I love the flavor you get from the Tailgater's barbecue party rub with the extra black pepper. It's out of this world. So you can do this recipe with a full brisket if you want. I would say don't cook it at 200, cook it at 225 overnight. It's just gonna help render some of that fat a little better. And like I said, I left this big chunk on there. It was a lazy cook for me. I just threw it on, went to bed. But yeah, all in all, turned out good for what I'm gonna use it for, which is chopped beef. And if you wanted to make a sandwich out of this, this would be a great sandwich right here. But yeah, awesome looking brisket. Taste is phenomenal. I've never had a Snake River Farms brisket that isn't freaking delicious. So one more. Super beefy. Be sure to tune in over the next week or so to see what we're going to be doing with this chopped beef, because you're not going to want to miss it. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to like, subscribe, ring that bell, stay safe, and we will see you next time.